If you're a Shipt driver, you are very, very likely to hate the fact that you cannot see tips ahead of time and get stuck taking no tip orders, hoping that something will come your way that's not going to be. While there's no 100% foolproof way to avoid that, there is a clever way that I've devised that is not my own idea, but it's something that I do that helps me track who tips, who doesn't, and it's called creating a tip map. If that's something that you think will help you out in your Shipt endeavors, stay tuned. Hello, and welcome back to another Cruisin with Corey. As I just alluded to, this is going to be a video about the Shipt app. Of course, if you live under a rock, Shipt is a shopping platform very much like Instacart. You'll get grocery orders, you'll get orders for different merchants, convenience stores, but predominantly you're going to see Target orders. And you know why? Because Target owns the bloody thing. Yes, like how Walmart owns Spark, Shipt is owned by Target. So one of the orders you will see very frequently are Target prepaid orders. These are customers that will order through the Target app, Target website, same as they would as a Walmart Spark order, but there's one key difference. They cannot tip ahead of time. When they place their order, they buy their items, they hit confirm, they hit their delivery time, and that's it. All of the tips will come in after the fact, after the order is delivered, and after they get their confirmation email. So as a driver, Shipt does a couple things to try to help you out to know who's going to tip and who's not, but this is what I do, and it's called creating a tip map. I use the Google Maps platform exclusively for Shipt orders. I use Apple Maps for everything else. It's what I do. You can use Google Maps for everything. You can do what you want, but Google Maps gives you the ability to do labels on addresses. And we already have an order queued up that we're gonna do. And once we finish it, I'll walk you through how I do this labeling system and how I track these customers. I can't do it live on the screen because I can't dox people's addresses, but it's gonna be edited screenshots. It'll make sense, I promise. So this is the order I accepted as you would see it on the screen. And again, once you click into it, this is what you see. Here is the offer card. At the very bottom is where the shopping list would be. That's not relevant right now. But you see right next to the address, there's this little logo. This is what pops open when you click it into your map interface. And again, when you use Google Maps, it's gonna look something like this. And once we finish this order, I'll show you how to do the labels, and we'll put this into my tip map and hope this customer actually tips the $13 that Shipt thinks that they're gonna give me. Of course, if you think this is helpful, hit the like, share, commenting, and subscribing buttons and doodads and help me grow this channel, but we gotta go in and shop this because it's 4:47 and I gotta get done by 6. So let's go. Now that was a pretty easy shop. I did do one out of stock. She did mark everything that she wanted a refund on and everything she wanted a substitute for. So she said, do not substitute. So we didn't substitute this pineapple juice she wanted, but we're gonna be on our way. This is a quick address, only about 10 minutes away. And once we do that, I don't have her in my tip map, hence this video. So we'll put her in and we will track her once she tips. Now, most people on Shipt, in my experience, if you're gonna get tipped, you're gonna get tipped within 1 to 3 days. There will be some outliers, of course, that will tip you like 2 weeks later, but those, again, those are the outliers. The reason I use Google Maps, again, is because of the labeling feature. So I'll use Apple Maps for everything else, and because I don't do a lot of Shipt orders, when I get one on Google Maps, I'll have my recent list of addresses that I have been to. So when I do get this tip notification in, I'll be able to go to my recent addresses. The label will be there in the title, and then I can easily match it up and then update the label appropriately. It'll make more sense once I show it to you, but that's the gist of what we're doing, and I'll show you what my map looks like from a very, very far perspective where you can't pinpoint anything in a little bit. But let's go drive to this address. All right, just drop that order off. We just confirmed it. We're gonna drive about a minute up the street to a safe parking lot and put this order together. All right, we're parked here. So now we can focus on this. So what we're gonna do is put our phone on Do Not Disturb mode. What we're gonna do is on the top left of our screen, we're gonna hit the, what I believe we call it a hamburger icon. And then you're going to go to your payment history, and now you're going to go check on your week's earnings. Now in this case, this is the first order that I did this week, so it's going to be right at the top of the screen, and I'm going to click on that, and now I'm going to see the order details, and now I'm going to click on the order details in entirety. So when I do this now, you can see that the order ID number is highlighted. That's a good thing. That means you can click on it. You click on it, now that's copied to your clipboard. What we're gonna do now is go back into our Google Maps. And when we get into Google Maps, because that's the last address that we were just at, we'll hit the search here on the very top. And when we go to search here, it'll bring up our recents, and it should be the first address right there. So now you're gonna hit add label. And when you hit add label, naturally you can pick whatever you want. Now this is what I do. We have that order number saved. I'm gonna paste it in there. I'm gonna pick the date, which at the date of this recording is 5/29. I'm gonna go back and reference how much the order cost. That order was $106.27. So I'm gonna put $106.27 order. So now I'm gonna save that, and now whenever I go on Google Maps to that address, this label is going to populate. So now we're gonna wait, and I'm not gonna wait for this lady to tip. Maybe she'll tip while I'm doing this video. I don't think she is, but let's just make up the fact that she tipped. You're gonna go, and you're gonna get a notification that looks something like this. Yay, this person tipped on this day, and here's the order number. Because I don't do a lot of Shipt, I can just depend on my recent orders, and it will give you a good amount of orders here in your recent orders, dating back pretty far. So you'll be able to see a good amount, probably your last like 20 orders. I'm gonna click on that order. I'm gonna edit the label. And instead of saying 106, let's just say that she tips that $13. I'm gonna say $13 tip on that order. Now, this is what I do. For some customers, I will go and I will put like a heart logo in the beginning. If it's a preferred customer. On some customers, I will choose to put a red X next to it, as in avoid that one entirely. But when you go back to your original Shipt screen and you see an order on there, and now you're gonna click on that little icon next to their address, it's gonna pop up on Google Maps, and it's gonna have that label showing you when they ordered, when they tipped, and how much they tipped. And you'll know, take that order, not take that order. And of course, if you don't have it in your tip map, then it's a guess. But the more you do this, the more full your map will be. And I'll just show you here. My map is pretty full. I have a lot. I mean, that's not going to be everyone, but it's a lot of tips that I can track, and it has helped me in the past. Now, do you want to update this every single time? If you have a repeat customer who you trust, are you going to go in and update this every single time? Probably not, but it gives you the idea of who to trust and who not to trust. If you have any questions on this, because I don't know how well I explained it, hopefully it made sense, put some comments down below. I'll get to as many of them as I can, but hopefully this helps you as a Shipt shopper to evade some of the no tippers, the low tippers, and prioritize your good tippers. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll stay tuned for more content. Put some other ideas in chat. If there's any other tips and tricks that you want me to show you, let me know, and I will try to help you out. This is going to be Cruisin' with Corey. Corey out.
It sound right, boys.